The topic of today's video is what to do if your wife is leaving and how to get her back. First, let's talk about a few mistakes that men tend to make in this situation. Often, the man starts to chase the woman, begging her to come back, telling her how much he loves her and that he can't live without her. This doesn't work. Of course, a woman wants for the man to love and cherish her, but if she'd already decided to leave, it's not the time to show her your true feelings. If the man constantly calls his wife, asking her to see him, this will only annoy her and push her away. On one hand, women want to be loved and chased, but on the other, they distance themselves from an annoying man. In this sense, men who don't diminish themselves and beg the woman are much more enticing. Right now, you are thinking that you need to beg, but it's a trap that you'll get yourself into. The more you chase, the further the woman will be. This is not the time to tell your wife that you love and miss her and that you can't live without her. These words will have no meaning. Don't doubt that your wife knows how much you love her. It's most likely that she left for other reasons than love. There are various such reasons, and we'll talk about them in the educational video, the link to which you can find at the bottom here. There are many other things you can do that will harm your chances of getting your wife back. For example, getting your wife to pity you. Men often think that they can influence a woman if they tell her how unhappy they are without her. It's important to understand that your depression won't attract your wife. She'll only associate you in the future with the pathetic man that you are to her at this moment. She'll imagine you depressed, down, and sad. She might even pity you, but this feeling has nothing to do with love. The image of you being pathetic won't attract her. Women like positive, happy, and cheerful men, so don't make her feel pity for you. You also shouldn't argue with her or be aggressive towards her. When angry, a man can be very negative, even hurtful, which will only diminish his chances of getting her back. When separating, a man can tell his wife how horrible she is, how ungrateful she's behaving. This is a bad way to go. The resentment will stay in her for a long time, and if you try to get her back, she'll remind you of the pain you caused her. This will add to the defense mechanism she has set up against coming back to you. All of the above will anger a woman, even if deep down inside. Your wife could have left you because you stopped praising her or stopped showing attention to her. She simply stopped feeling like a woman next to you. If you continue to ignore her or if you insult her when you are breaking up, the woman will understand that she is doing the right thing by leaving. In the future, the woman will look for a man who is good to her, who doesn't hurt or insult her, but shows how much he loves and cares for her. You also shouldn't try and blackmail her by telling her you'll take the children away or won't pay child support. Sometimes men fall as low as doing this, but this won't get her back. It's also a bad idea to try and set your children against her or ask them to influence her. These actions won't make you happy, even if she decides to come back to you to not traumatize the children. You won't build a good relationship on this. Your wife will constantly want to leave you, and this is the reason you should do everything possible to try and make her happy. I would like to recommend a great website where I found a lot of information on how to get a wife back. Take a look, xback.how/W. That's exback.how/W. What can you do to improve the relationship with your wife? You need to accept her decision to leave, even if just in words. Tell her that if that would make her happy, you agree with her on all terms. Stress the fact that you want her to be happy regardless the decision she makes. You may also apologize for not meeting her expectations. Tell her that it's her life and she's the one making all the decisions. Apologize for being a bad husband, for not following through with what you promised. These words will greatly raise your chances of getting her back. They will be the stepping stones toward your reconciliation. Then you'll need to take a break and work on yourself. It's silly to keep calling and texting her, trying to catch her when she's coming home and beg her for attention, if you haven't worked through the reasons for your separation. After some time has passed, you will need to create a new attractive image of yourself and make her have new associations of your relationship together. There are many techniques on doing this. You can read them all on our website. We've listed various approaches and tactics to deal with this situation based on the female psychology. They will definitely help you in your fight. You will be able to get your wife to want you again and want to come back to you. These techniques have been tested over the years with the help of several hundred consultations. The results have always been great. Visit our site by clicking on the link below. You will find all the information you need to get your wife back. Good luck.